Here we go again with all the experts claiming Cardano is dead for real this time. Well, Cardano is not dead. It has not been dead. In fact, it is growing, which is what I'm going to show you in this video to show you what it looks like when people actually put some research into a project and why we came to a conclusion that not only is Cardano not dead, but it's actually getting ready to explode, not only in price, but also in blockchain development and also in interoperability and a lot of different things we're going to talk about today. So, Charles Hoskinson, seeing all the dunking on Cardano makes me smile a bit. We are holding all the cards as an ecosystem. We have the best path for scalability, governance, and innovation. We also have the best community. So let's take a look at one of the most important things, right? Important metrics is a chain dying, right? How do you know when to close your restaurant? When people stop coming into the restaurant, that probably means it's a good time to consider other options. Well, are people not building on Cardano? Let's take a look at some metrics. So here we have Solana. This is Solana core developers in purple and code commits in green. And you can see here over the last 30 days, and I'll zoom in here, 469 code commits and 74 core developers. So up 2.8% on the developers over the last 30 days and down 2.9% on the commits over the last 30 days. Take a look at another really hot layer one that I'm a big fan of. This is Near Protocol. Take a look at core developers over the last 30 days, 97. Core code commits over the last 30 days, 830, both in the green. Now let's take a look at a project like Toncoin, who recently flipped Cardano. Oh my God, Toncoin is so much better. They're doing more things than Cardano is. Well, core developers, they got 8, and code commits, they got 17, which is down 22.7%. Let's take a look at Cardano, which, to be fair, this is a metric that they've usually always led in. Cardano core developers over the last 30 days, 122, and code commits over 1,000 over the last 30 days. So although these aforementioned tokens like Solana and Near and Toncoin have seen explosive growth in price and Cardano has not, the simple fact is Cardano is not dead because people are continuing to come onto the network and to build dApps and network solutions. Now let's take a look at, no one is building on Cardano, right? So we know the developers are there. There's no tokens. Where are the Cardano native assets? Well, I'm happy to share with you that it only took about 5 minutes of research to see that there's over 35,000 tokens that are currently living on Cardano. Take a look here. I have sorted these for the most volume. So the top one here is World Mobile Token, which is down over 1.7 million in volume and ADA volume, which let's call it is at 50 cents. That brings us to about let's call it a $850 million or $850,000 volume. And that's just one token. Then you have some like SNEC, which big shout out to the SNEC community, Singularity Net, and so on and so on and so on. And my friends, there's over 707 pages. So if you don't believe me, feel free to go to the website. It is cardanoassets.com, and you can go through all 707 pages of Cardano native assets that are not dead. We also have this. So we talk about, look, no VC has invested money. Cardano doesn't get the love. It doesn't get their native tokens listed on top exchanges. Well, part of the reason is it's very retail driven. You take a look here at the token distribution. So big shout out to Cardano Whale, this handle on X. So this is, and we showed this yesterday on our live show, by the way, which you should come check it out, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The top 10 holders of Toncoin control over 60% of the supply. The top 100 holders control over 93% of the supply. And yes, this excludes exchange wallets. So I don't want to hear none of the exchanges hold it. No, this excludes those. There's a whole separate category for exchange wallets. Now let's take a look at where Cardano is. Cardano's top 100 holders hold less than a quarter of the entire supply. Top 10 holders hold less than 10%, top 20 at 10%, and top 50 at 15.35%. So when we talk about decentralization, at least in terms of token holdings, Cardano is always ranked up there at number one. Then let's take a look at the holders by concentration, right? So this is Cardano, the holders. So you have 3 different colors on this pie chart. The blue is investors, which is considered, and I'll zoom in here. So investor is considered someone that owns between 0.1 and 1% of the supply. The green is your whales. These are people that own more than 1% of the supply. And the biggest one, which is orange, is retail. These are addresses that hold less than 0.1% of the circulating supply. And you can see here, majority, this is over 60%, 65% of Cardano addresses are retail addresses. Now, let's take a look at Toncoin, the chain that, and by the way, this is not a FUD against Toncoin. I'm just saying, Toncoin flipped Cardano, and everyone all of a sudden seems to forget everything Cardano has done, is continuing to do, and saying Toncoin is better. Let's take a look at Toncoin. Same color scheme here, and you can see here, whales make up a little less than 50% of all wallet addresses that hold the Ton token. Now, let's take a look at Cardano holders' addresses by time held. In blue, you have people that have been holding for more than 1 year. In green, people that have been holding for 1 to 12 months. And in the orange is your traders, people that hold for less than 1 month. And you can see here, the blue line, which is people that hold for more than 1 year, has been consistently rising since January of 2022, even through the depths of a bear market that saw Cardano's price go from $3 to around 35, 40 cents, even down to 25 cents. Let's take a look at total value locked, right? What is happening in the ecosystem? This is from April of last year. You can see Cardano is at all-time highs for TVL, over $370 million in total value locked, with over 400 protocols that are currently launched and working on Cardano, including Indigo, MinSwap, Liquid, A-Starter, MusliSwap, LenFi, Dead Stablecoin, vFinance, Wing Riders, so on and so on and so on. And again, everything I'm showing you, you can go take a look at it for yourself. Now let's dig into some of the exciting things that are happening in the Cardano ecosystem. So Charles points to two major upgrades amidst the Cardano dunking, saying, again, we are holding all the cards as an ecosystem. His optimism was fueled mainly by the upcoming Chang hard fork, seen as one of the network's biggest hard forks since the 2022 Vassal upgrade and slated for Q2 of this year. Chang is the first hard fork of the Voltaire era of Cardano's roadmap, which will introduce the concept of community-run governance to the blockchain by enabling on-chain community consensus and allowing Cardano's ADA holders to use their tokens to vote on proposals. Also, he added, Ouroboros Laos is the biggest step forward towards solving the blockchain trilemma ever. It is a new version of proof-of-stake consensus model designed to increase throughput, scalability, and transaction speed on Cardano while maintaining the current level of decentralization. A lot of projects. Now, for me personally, I believe that centralization should exist, as should decentralization. As long as you have the option to pick whichever one you'd like, it's good. Some people like the convenience and ease of use of some centralized chains. Fine. Other people don't. They like the ethos of crypto, right? Decentralization. All these projects that are saying we're the most decentralized, all the numbers point to Cardano being the most, if not second, only to Bitcoin as far as being the most decentralized layer 1 blockchain out there. And then some big upgrades here. So we are approaching full peer-to-peer node operations. This is from the IOHK website. Peer-to-peer networking is a key contributor to the long-term decentralization, security, and resilience of blockchains, enabling P2P communication, data synchronization, and consensus among participants. The next and final waypoint in the journey towards full P2P node operations is planned to arrive with the upcoming Ouroboros Genesis release. Genesis is scheduled to be deployed as part of the Chang upgrade targeted for the summer. This will allow nodes to self-bootstrap from the live Cardano network. Currently, the initial network entry requires syncing from a safe, trusted validator, usually a fellow SPO or another entity. Once nodes are synchronized, they operate in a decentralized manner using the Ouroboros protocol. Ouroboros Genesis will simplify the process further. When utilizing the P2P capabilities of Cardano Node, the process will be entirely autonomous, eliminating the need for human intervention. We have that. We also have this, unlocking more opportunities with Plutus V3. Plutus is their contract scripting. So Plutus V3, now available for testing on the Sancho net, introduces advanced Plutus primitives and so provides more tools for developers and unlocks more possibilities for writing smart contracts. One of the biggest pushbacks to Cardano, and something even Charles said back in an interview in 2017, was the programming language that is used to code on Cardano is called Haskell. It's one of the most, I don't want to say complicated, but one of the most, the harder ones to code in, right? So people are like, well, it's too hard to write code. It's too hard to launch dApps on Cardano. We're going to show you why that is actually changing. And big shout out to the Cardano team. Now, what is Plutus v3? It is a new ledger language that enhances Plutus's core cryptographic capabilities, enabling Cardano to conform with the latest industry standards. The introduction of new cryptographic primitives with v3 helps developers meet industry best practices, use well-known and optimal cryptographic algorithms, port smart contracts from Ethereum, and create sidechain bridges. And a conclusion here, among its benefits, Plutus v3 offers greater efficiency, optionality, and ease of use to the Cardano builder community, all key to nurturing developer adoption. These improvements facilitate the smooth migration of smart contracts from Ethereum, enable the creation of sidechain bridges, and ultimately contribute to the expansion of the Cardano's ecosystem, which, again, I might add, is not dying. Now, here's a big one here, right? I talked about Haskell being very difficult. Well, that is about to change, and this is big thanks to Marlowe. Create and execute smart contracts in minutes. Marlowe provides everything you need to build and deploy secure smart contracts in Cardano in just a few minutes. And with options to code in JavaScript, Haskell, Marlowe, or the drag and drop solution Blockly, it couldn't be easier to use. So I'm curious, to all the people that have said no one wants to build on Cardano because it's too difficult, what are we going to say now that people can code in various different programming languages? So this is how easy it is. You choose to create with either JavaScript, Haskell, Blockly, or Marlowe. Select the different components you'd like to add to your contract, and then test, simulate, analyze, and verify your contract with Playground. So I'm a big proponent of breaking down the barrier to entry, making things practical, not only for the developers, but for the end users. We know Cardano is extremely retail friendly. And now being able to have developers come in and write code in typically all the most efficient languages that are out there is obviously a slam dunk for the Cardano project. And finally, we have Atala Prism. So it's a self-sovereignty identity, also known as SSI platform, and service suite for verifiable data and digital identity. Built on Cardano, it offers core infrastructure for issuing decentralized IDs and verifiable credentials, alongside tools and frameworks to help expand your ecosystem. Some of the benefits here include modularity and flexibility, interoperability, which is a big one, build secure, private, and verifiable interactions between individuals, organizations, and devices using open standards and protocols such as W3C, and I'm not going to list all of them. And then, of course, security and privacy. Security is a big one for Cardano. When developing with Atala Prism, you benefit from security features such as end-to-end encryption and verifiable claims, ensuring software-defined trust in your ecosystem. And also, the last one I want to share here is Midnight, the privacy sidechain. Our groundbreaking new data protection blockchain will empower regulation-friendly apps. They safeguard sensitive commercial and personal data. Developers and organizations can quickly build innovative apps with a novel and easy-to-use programming model based on TypeScript and zero-knowledge proof. So, again, Cardano is dead. No, it is not. I hope this video helped put some of those naysayers and some of those BS narratives in place. Feel free to share this video with anyone who's told you Cardano is dead, I plan on selling my Cardano, or I'm leaving Cardano. Do them a favor, send them this video and tell them to watch it. We hope you enjoy this content. Let us know what you think in the comment section, and come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.